Hello everyone. Today's topic is butter, and as I have told earlier in our earlier videos, I have told you that the reference book for dairy technology is uh, Outlines of Dairy Technology by Sukumar Day. So please refer the this book. And now I am taking the chapter in today's video. I am taking the chapter butter. Okay, so as I am sharing the screen, butter, if I take the definition of butter, it is the fat concentrate obtained by churning cream. And after churning cream, we get the gathered fat into a compact mass, and after that we will working on it to get the butter. And if I take the definition of butter as according to PFA rule 1976, so the definition of butter is the product which is obtained from cow or buffalo milk or the combination milk, or we can get it from the cream or curd, which is also prepared from the cow or buffalo milk, with or without the addition of common salt and annatto or keratin as coloring matter. Okay, the product should be free from other animal fats, wax, mineral oils, vegetable oils and fats. No preservative except common salt. ये एक important point है, इसको आप लोग याद रखिएगा कि preservative is only common salt in the butter and no coloring matter except annatto or keratin may be added. Okay, must contain not less than 80% by fat of milk fat. It is an important point. जब हमने क्रीम पढ़ा था तो उसमें था not less than 25% of milk fat, और बटर में not less than 80% of milk fat by weight, not more than 1.5% by weight of curd, not more than 3% by weight of common salt. Diacetyl may be added as a flavoring agent. ठीक है, but the total diacetyl content must not exceed 4 ppm. ठीक, calcium hydroxide, sodium bicarbonate, sodium carbonate, sodium polyphosphates may be added, but must not exceed the weight of butter by more than 0.2%. तो ये जो important points हैं, इन points को आप लोग याद रखेंगे कि common salt as a preservative, ठीक है, annatto और keratin as coloring matter, इसके अलावा कोई और preservative या coloring matter add नहीं होगा. ठीक है, और बाकी जो भी चीजें हैं कि कितना मिल्क फैट है, कितना परसेंट कर्ड है, ठीक है, या टोटल डाइएसिटाइल कंटेंट, कैल्शियम डाइहाइड्रोक्साइड, अदर जितनी भी चीजें हैं उन सब के आपको परसेंटेज याद रखनी है कि कितनी परसेंट में कौन सी चीज प्रेजेंट हो. तो दिस इज द स्पेसिफिकेशन एंड डेफिनेशन ऑफ बटर एज अकॉर्डिंग टू PFA रूल. ठीक है, नाउ नेक्स्ट वी कम to the classification of butter. There are different kinds of butter like pasteurized cream butter, ripened cream butter, unripened cream butter, salted butter, unsalted butter, sweet cream, sour cream, fresh butter, cold storage butter, dairy butter and creamery butter. ठीक है, so I'll take all these kinds of butter one by one. First one is pasteurized cream butter, which is made from the pasteurized sweet cream. Okay, it has a milder flavor in comparison to made from unpasteurized cream. इसको ये important point आप याद रखिएगा. Next one is the ripened cream butter, which is prepared from the cream in which pleasant delicate aroma is developed before churning by ripening. तो जो इसमें aroma आएगी, pleasant aroma, which comes due to ripening. Ripening is inoculating the cream with the butter culture and holding at a particular desired temperature. So the butter prepared from the ripened cream butter, which has a particular kinds of flavor, which is known as the real butter flavor. तो अगर क्वेश्चन आता है कि रियल बटर फ्लेवर किस तरह के बटर में प्रेजेंट होगा, तो राइपेंड क्रीम बटर में होगा. अगर क्वेश्चन ये है कि रियल बटर फ्लेवर के लिए विच काइंड ऑफ क्रीम वी विल यूज, तो आंसर विल बी द राइपेंड क्रीम. ठीक, तो ये इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आपको एग्जाम में मिल सकते हैं. नेक्स्ट वन इज unripened cream butter, which is prepared from the unripened cream, and this kind of butter has usually mild flavor. Salted butter, in which the salt is added. Unsalted butter with no added salt. Sweetened cream butter, acidity of the churned cream does not exceed 0.20%. And sour cream butter is prepared from the cream which has more than 0.20% acidity. ये याद रखने की चीज है कि स्वीट क्रीम बटर और सार क्रीम बटर. ठीक, तो स्वीट क्रीम बटर में जिसमें क्रीम की एसिडिटी 0.20% से ज्यादा नहीं होगी, और सार क्रीम बटर इज प्रिपेयर्ड फ्रॉम द क्रीम जिसकी एसिडिटी 0.20% से ज्यादा है. फ्रेश बटर, it is not undergone cold storage. Fresh butter is not kept for more than 3 weeks. इसको fresh butter कहेंगे. And cold storage butter, when it is stored at a temperature of about -18 degrees centigrade, and usually cold storage butter is from 1 to 6 months old when offered for retailing. तो retailing से थ्रू इसको कोल्ड स्टोरेज में अगर -18 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड पर 1 से 6 महीने के लिए स्टोर कर सकते हैं. दैट इज नोन एज द कोल्ड स्टोरेज बटर. डेयरी बटर made on a farm, usually made from unpasteurized cream, which is not standardized for acidity. It has a sour flavor due to high acid content of the cream. And last one is the creamery butter, which is prepared from creamery or dairy factory, more uniform in quality in comparison to dairy butter. So these are different types of butter. And next come the composition. As according to PFA, table butter should contain not less than 80% fat, not more than 1.5% curd, not more than 3% common salt. तो ये important points हैं, इनको याद रखेंगे कि not less than 80% fat, not more than 1.5% curd, and not more than 3% common salt. If we talk about the composition of Indian butter, it has butter fat 80.2%, moisture 16.3%, salt 2.5%, and curd 1%. And the standards for composition of butter are prescribed as either 80% fat or 16% moisture. These are the important points. Percentage आप लोग याद करेंगे composition की. If we talk about the food and nutritive value, So as we know that butter is a high has a high fat content. It is a fat rich product. So it has a good amount of fat soluble vitamins like which are A, D, E, and K. So it is all about the definition, the classification, and composition and nutritive value of butter. Next topic is defects in butter, their causes, and the prevention. There is a list of different kinds of defects in butter. I'll take one by one. These are the flavor defects, body and texture defects, and color defects. For flavor defects, if we talk about the flavor defects, different kinds of flavor defects are acid or high acid or sour, alkaline or neutralizer, bitter, cheesy, cooked, feed and weak, fishy, flat, rancid, oxidized or oily, metallic, jelloy, stale, and yeasty. Different kinds of flavor defects. First one is the acid, high acid or sour. The reason of this kind of flavor defect is by using sour cream for the preparation of butter. And second cause is under neutralization of cream. So the prevention for this flavor defect is use sweet cream, and second one is optimum neutralization of cream. Next flavor defect is alkaline neutralizer or bitter. It is due to over neutralization of cream, intake of bitter weeds by milch animals, or by the lipase activity during cream separation, or it may be due to the growth of proteolytic bacteria in cream. So the prevention of all these flavor defects are the optimum neutralization of cream, eradication of offending weeds, checking of the lipase activity by avoiding the denser zone. तो denser zone क्या है? 100 to 120 degree Fahrenheit during raw cream separation. Next one is the storage of cream at 5 degree centigrade or below to control the bacterial growth. Next one is flavor defect is cheesy. It is due to the growth of proteolytic bacteria, which results in casein breakdown. Prevention can be done by storage of cream at 5 degree centigrade or below to check the bacterial growth. Cooked flavor due to overheating of cream during pasteurization. तो इसके चेक करने के लिए हमको ध्यान रखना है कि ऑप्टिमम हीटिंग हो. Temperature, optimum temperature should be given during pasteurization. Feed and weed defect due to feeding of milk tainting feeds and weeds within 3 hours before milking. तो इस चीज को ध्यान रखने के लिए हमको feeding of milk tainting feeds and weeds soon after milking, ठीक है, eradication of milk tainting weeds या vacuum pasteurization of cream. Next flavor defect is fishy due to high acid salted butter in the presence of appreciable amount of copper or iron content. तो इसके लिए क्या करेंगे? The prevention is unsalted cream butter. अंडर कमर्शियल कोल्ड स्टोरेज कंडीशंस. ठीक है, तो ये दिस इज टू चेक द फिशी flavor. Next is a flat flavor. It is due to low diacetyl content in butter, low salt content in butter, and excessive washing of butter. तो जितने ये जो टर्म्स हैं, वॉशिंग, राइपनिंग, ठीक है, इन सबको मैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में एक्सप्लेन करूंगी. तो फ्लैट फ्लेवर डिफेक्ट को चेक करने के लिए एडिक्वेट राइपनिंग ऑफ क्रीम बिफोर चर्निंग इज रिक्वायर्ड, correct salt content in butter is required, and washing should be optimum. Washing of butter should be optimum. Next flavor defect is rancid, which is due to fat hydrolysis. ये हमने कल भी जो हमारी पहले की वीडियो थी बटर ऑयल की, उसमें भी हमने पढ़ा था कि rancidity is due to the fat hydrolysis due to lipase action in milk or cream. तो इसको कैसे करेंगे? इनएक्टिवेटिंग लाइपेज बाय प्रॉपर पास्चराइजेशन. फिर नेक्स्ट डिफेक्ट इज द ऑक्सीडाइज्ड ऑयली मेटालिक और टेलॉइड फ्लेवर. इट इज ड्यू टू ऑक्सीडेशन ऑफ फैट ड्यू टू डायरेक्ट कॉन्टैक्ट ऑफ मिल्क, क्रीम और बटर विथ कॉपर और आयरन, या फिर एक्सपोजर ऑफ दीज प्रोडक्ट्स टू डायरेक्ट सनलाइट. इसके लिए भी हमने पहले पढ़ा है बटर ऑयल में कि हम किस तरह के हम जो यूटेंसिल्स हैं, दो शुड बी स्टेनलेस स्टील और टिन्ड और एल्यूमिनियम अलॉय के वेसल्स हों. वैक्यूम पास्चराइजेशन करनी है ऑक्सीडाइज्ड या ऑयली मेटालिक टू अलॉय फ्लेवर को चेक करने के लिए. नेक्स्ट इज द स्टेल फ्लेवर विच इज ड्यू टू क्रीम ऑफ पुअर क्वालिटी, ठीक है, which is held too long before churning, and butter is stored in insufficient low temperature for long period. तो क्या करेंगे कि लॉन्ग स्टोरेज, क्रीम का लॉन्ग स्टोरेज को अवॉइड करना है. स्टोरेज का जो टेम्परेचर है दैट शुड बी करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट इज द ईस्टी फ्लेवर विच इज ड्यू टू द यूज ऑफ ओल्ड ईस्टी क्रीम, है ना. तो इसके लिए क्या करेंगे? इसको अवॉइड करने के लिए fresh cream butter, fresh cream should be used to prepare butter. Next defect is body and texture. Different defects are crumbly, greasy, gummy, leaky, mealy, grainy, spongy, sticky and gritty. So I'll take all these defects one by one. Crumbly is due to underworking, seasonal changes in fat composition, sudden chilling of butter. To avoid this kind of defect is we should do the adequate working, controlled cooling, aging, churning and washing, avoiding shock cooling of butter soon after the production. Next body and texture defect is greasy due to overworking of butter and excessive high temperature of wash water. So adequate working करनी है and correct washing temperature, correct washing temperature. Next defect is gummy body and texture due to high proportion of high melting point fats. So we should avoid feeds containing high melting point fats. Leaky body and texture is due to underworking of butter. उसके लिए क्या करना है? Adequate working should be done. Excessive high churning temperature, over churning, incorrect cooling, excessive high temperature of washing. तो ये इन सारी चीजों को हमने adequately, optimum conditions में correct temperature should be used for aging, correct temperature for washing. Next defect is mealy or grainy due to incorrect neutralization of high acid cream with lime and oiling of fat during butter making. For the prevention, correct neutralization should be done and avoiding oiling of fat. Spongy or weaky body due to inadequate cooling and aging, too high temperature of churning cream, high proportion of low melting point fats. तो इसको प्रिवेंट करने के लिए एडिक्वेट कूलिंग, churning should be at optimum temperature, adjusting churning conditions. ठीक. Next defect is sticky due to overworking of butter. उसके लिए हम adequate working करेंगे. और for gritty defect due to undissolved coarse salt in butter and incorrect salting of butter. उसके लिए proper grinding of salt should be done and correct salting of butter should be done. Third kind of defect is color defect. Different kinds of color defects are mottled, streaky, wavy, dull, or pale. Mottled color defect is due to inadequate washing of butter grains, improper incorporation of salt, inadequate working. तो इसको prevent करने के लिए adequate washing, adequate incorporation of salt, proper working of butter. Next color defect is streaky or wavy due to uneven working of butter, incomplete working of 2 or more lots of butter. तो इसके लिए working of butter should be proper, adequate. Dull or pale color due to overworking of butter. इसको avoid करने के लिए working of butter should be adequate. These are different kinds of defects, their causes and prevention. इनको अच्छे से आप लोग पढ़िएगा. ये पूरी टेबल जो है वो बुक में दी हुई है, इसको आप रेफर कीजिए बुक को. If we take the different uses, तो direct consumption, preparation of sauces, cooking medium, baking and confectionery industries, and the butter is used in the manufacture of ice cream, butter, oil, and ghee. So in this video, I took the definition of butter, the types of butter, you can say the classification of butter, the composition of butter, and the defects, their causes, and prevention. In next video, I'll take the method of manufacture of butter और जितनी भी इसमें टर्मिनोलॉजीज यूज होंगी, ripening, working, salting, washing, तो जितनी भी टर्मिनोलॉजी हैं, ओवररन, ठीक है, तो ये जो है आई टेक इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो. अभी इस वीडियो में आप इतना पढ़िए, कैन से दैट दिस इज द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द चैप्टर द बटर, और इसको पढ़ करके इसको रिवीजन कीजिए, इससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस आप लोग करिए, क्वेश्चंस बनाइए, खुद से बनाइए. रीड द बुक वर्ड बाय वर्ड, आउटलाइंस ऑफ डेयरी टेक्नोलॉजी बाय सुकुमार डे, इसको वर्ड बाय वर्ड पढ़िए, इससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस कीजिए, एमसीक्यूज कीजिए फॉर द प्रिपरेशन ऑफ वेरियस एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशंस. Thank you so much. We will meet in the next video.